Hey, welcome back. I don't remember where any of the secrets are. I remember up there in that ghost, there's like a super secret up to the top, but I don't know. I don't remember how to get it. Cause I got some like datey type stuff. Oh, I gotta pay attention. Hold on. Boop 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 boop. What was the note? Oh yeah, I talked to somebody at church. A girl. Cause I went to this new member like fellowship thing that they did. And there weren't a lot of people there. There's maybe like 10 people. But most of them were like super old. I still talk to them, but they're super old, so I don't care about them. I only care about chicks, man. Give me this guy. Oh, no. I didn't know that would happen. It was actually a little bit less stressful to meet her than it was to meet to do the apps and the match, because it was a really nice setting. There was no expectation of anything. It was just like, oh hi, you're new here, me too, blah blah blah. When you meet people on the apps, it's kind of stressful because they give you like most of the time they give you like their whole life story where they're like, oh, I like this, and I like doing this, and I like going to beaches, and I want to travel the world. And it's like, whoa, that's so much stuff. I'm not going to be able to do all that stuff. And even if it's like, oh, I'm a homebody, and I like watching TV and playing video games, it's like, well, don't you want to travel the world? That's all you want to do with your life? It's just weird that you have all these expectations just from like seeing a little thing. Instead of just like, oh, this is a person I've never met before. Let's just ask them where they live and work and stuff. I actually did a pretty good job talking to her because I don't know. Well, we had a thing where like her brother lives that was my dad, sorry. Her brother lives in the same apartment complex as me, so that was kind of funny. Oh, if I had a Yoshi, I could do a Yoshi thing, I think. Whatever. Was that the secret? Probably. And I was a little bit hesitant to joke with her because obviously her brother doesn't go to church. So I'm like, should I make a joke about it? But I did kind of be like, oh, maybe I can get him to come to church. And she seemed to like that. Like, she wasn't offended. Like, this is actually a really sore subject for me. I've been trying to get him to go to church, and you bring it up like it's like a joke. She didn't do that. She was good. She was nice. It is interesting to, like, now that I guess this is like something that I do, is like once I start doing something, I'm just like in it, like too much. Like now that I opened myself up to this dating thing, I'm just like date, everybody date all the time. Like, oh, this girl at church talked to me once, let's date her. I guess that's what you're supposed to do. But that's what you're supposed to do when you're like 16, not when you're 28. Okay, this is the thing. How do I do this? Oh, what? I don't know what's going on. I'm confused. What? Is that right? I don't remember that. There's a secret there. And if you find the secret, you can go up there, up to that area that I'm pointing at. See where I'm pointing? Right up there. And you get like 1,000 1-ups and stuff. I don't remember how to do it. It's too long ago. When I wore a younger man's clothes, I knew how to do it. And I knew it complete. I knew the Mario secrets complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. What's my other note? Oh, you want to talk about the Fed? I don't have anything to say about the Fed, but I was kind of surprised that so they had a big Fed meeting where they finally decided that they're going to raise interest rates in 2022. Because they're saying like, oh, to help stop inflation, we're going to raise interest rates. Okay, cool. Good idea. I'm like an idiot. I don't know anything about this, but I was thinking like, okay, once they announce that they're going to raise interest rates, the economy, or just the stock market's going to suffer. Because they're easing their like easy money policy or whatever. Which was the only thing really that kept us from a depression. Like, from everything I read, that was the only thing that stopped a depression from happening. Was the Fed just printing money and making it like easy to give out money and stuff. But now that they raise interest rates, I guess that's harder. Like, that's them signaling, oh, we're easing our money policy because the economy's getting better. And we can tell it is because of inflation. Prices are getting too high. And everybody hates that. But today, the stock market went up. Why did that happen? That's weird. I thought it would be like, okay, they're going to announce rate increases and instantly it's going to fall. But that's not what happened because investors were actually happy because of the inflation thing. They're like, oh, we don't like inflation either because consumers stop buying stuff when it gets inflated. So the Fed is going to stop inflation. So but it's crazy how high the stock market is. Like, I think everybody pretty much agrees it's overvalued. But that's fine. I don't know. It's just happening, and it's never gonna go down. Oops. My Bitcoin mutual fund isn't doing great though. It's back down to like last month. It was up to like $65. I'm like, I'm a freaking genius. I told you, and now it's down to like $48, and I'm like, ugh, whoops. I just lost $1,000. What was it at today? It dropped like 25% in the past month. Ooh, it went down again today. It went down to 46. Oh god, Bitcoin. That was a mistake. It was up to $62 on November 10th. Yikes. But yeah, I'm interested. Like, is there gonna be a recession in 2022? Is it gonna happen? I don't know. I'm just glad I found this job because it's pretty secure. I mean, I guess they could close this, but does that happen? Like, does the government just close departments? It seems like a pretty secure job. But like, if there was like a really fiscal guy who became president, would he just be like, I'm gonna close all the things? I mean, if Trump didn't close this department, seems like nobody's gonna do it, right? What would happen? Would I just lose my job? Would they just be like, yeah, whatever? Or would they help me find another job, maybe? I'm sure you could get another job. Everybody would be out of a job and they'd be like looking for their contacts in the government. I think it'd be fine. Ugh. I don't know, got a lot of other stuff to worry about, so just won't worry about that for now. Bloop. Oh. What do I want? Whatever. Oh, whoops. Okay. How much time do I have? What did I do? I forgot to write down the time. Oh, whatever. Let's just give it 7 minutes? 5 more minutes? So what's one more note we could talk about? I feel like choosing a girlfriend has to be equally heart and mind. Not like, Abraham Lincoln. He was stupid. Equally heart and mind. What did I mean by that? So obviously the feeling that you get when you meet someone new and like you like them, that goes away. We all know that, right? Doesn't last forever. So when you're trying to choose somebody to be with forever, you have to use your brain a little bit. It can't just be like a gut thing. I didn't get it. So you have to ignore it. Yeah, that's interesting. So if you meet somebody and you do have that feeling, which actually I haven't really had ever. I feel like I know what it feels like, but I've never felt it with anybody. Like someone who liked me and like, oh, well, I really like you and I want to spend all my time with you. It's never happened to me. So guys. What was that point? Sorry. So you have to ignore it. You have to ignore it to some extent, but you can't just. It can't just be like. You can't just find like a wife on a spreadsheet, right? You can't just like check boxes like, okay, she likes accounting and she likes skydiving, so we're a perfect match. I don't know. Is this stupid to talk about? It seems obvious. But you do. I thought the interesting point was like you do have to kind of ignore your gut feeling, because if none of the other stuff is working, then it's bad. Stop. Don't do it. If there's any other little things that aren't clicking, then it's like that feeling's gonna go away. So just remember that, kids. I feel like that's why it's kind of a good thing that I'm doing this now, because those feelings are more intense when you're younger and they're harder to ignore. I feel so intensely about this person. Yeah, but how are you going to feel 10 years from now? You're not going to feel that way. You can't feel intense all the time. That's like the definition of intense. It can't be intense all the time. There are days when you just like have a bad stomach ache and and you're like gross and weird. Like, are you gonna be okay with that person on those days? Or is it just gonna fester over time and be like, oh, this day was bad, and oh, the next day was bad, and every day is bad with this person. They're the worst. I don't like brush their teeth weird. Why are they so loud when they brush their teeth? And they gargle the water and they spit it. It's gross. Beep, 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 beep. So, I don't know. How do I do this? Okay, I'm gonna beat this boss and then that's gonna be it. Ooh, who's this guy? How do I do this? Come at me. Oh, he's bouncing on the ceiling. Hey. Okay, now run. Oh, wait. Yeah, got him. It's over. Okay, I'm good if you're good. So next week, we'll talk about ice skating and Christmas. And cool. Welcome to the Vanilla Dome. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.